Well, here we go again. My name is David Hughes Jr. and in today's video, I want to talk to you guys quickly about diseases that you have that you don't realize that you have. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about these, and I just want to give my quick thoughts about them, and I'm gonna name them out to you. And this is a potentially controversial topic right here. Okay, and a lot of people have these and they don't even realize it, and we go through life having these and not trying to address these, and that can potentially cause us to, one, not get to the money, and can, two, cause detrimental harm to not only your mental status but also your physical status. And like I said, we're going to quickly talk about these, and there are three that I want to highlight and I want to touch on quickly with you guys in this video. So let's talk about the first one that I really do believe that everyone has to a certain extent, and that is procrastination. Yes, procrastination is a disease, man, and it can quickly grow into you, and it can quickly overwhelm you to the point that you forget important things that you need to be doing. And so this is probably the one that I struggle with the most, because I'm always trying to do something, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with this. And it's not to say that you're not trying to get to the bag, that you're not trying to become a better person, but you get so overwhelmed with everything that you're doing that you miss certain details while you're trying to do these certain things. And that can continue and continue to where you start missing the small things, and that leads to all your big projects not getting accomplished because you're consistently trying to do too much and you're putting too much on your plate. Or on the flip side of that, it could be the fact that you're just putting things off in the back of your mind because they don't seem as important to you at the time. And that causes you to forget what you originally had planned. For example, let's just say you are watching your favorite Netflix movie and you're like, well, I know that I need to work out today, but the movie's on. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do something else. All right. And so you decide that you're going to just watch the movie and you'll work out tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into another tomorrow. And that tomorrow turns into next week. And next week turns into next month, and then to next year. And then you have a New Year's resolution. And then that continues to be the same resolution. Just taking that for an example there. Okay. And like I said, you can have productive procrastination where you're overwhelming yourself with so much that you forget the small things, or you can have unproductive procrastination where you're just putting things that are less important in front of the things that should be more important. I'm hoping I'm breaking that down for you in the best way possible. Okay. And over time, that just seems to take away from what you should be doing in life and stopping you from getting on your purposes and on your grind, because you're always putting other things in front of what you should be focusing on. Okay. And so that's the first thing I want to talk about in this video, was that. All right. And so I feel like the way around that is to just have it in your mind that now is very important. A lot of people like to look at the future, which is important as well. Okay. And so you have to keep your mind on now in order to get to the future. All right. And with that being said, doing things the correct way, and this is for my people who have what I have, and that's mainly the productive procrastination. Like, I'm doing so much stuff, I start putting things in the back burner and start procrastinating on what I should be doing. And so what you have to remember is there's steps to getting to where you want to be, and you have to do each step correctly. Okay, don't try to skip steps. Don't try to put things behind. You know what I'm saying? Writing things down, putting reminders in your phone are very important to also help you eliminate some of that procrastination. You know what I'm saying? And so living in it now in order to protect and project your future for the better is very important for you to start doing. Okay. And so I've been working on that myself. I've been putting more things inside of my calendar. I've been doing more reminders, and this can help people with unproductive procrastination as well. You know what I'm saying? Turning off your phone, you know what I'm saying? Eliminating social media. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people, it's a time and a place for everything. Social media is great for what it is, but at the same time, it can knock you off of your grind, knock you off of what you need to be doing. So that's one thing you need to be doing. And I can talk about this in more detail, but I don't want to make this video entirely too long. I want to get into the next two. The next one is laziness, man. Laziness and procrastination are not the same. A lot of people like to put those in the same category, but they're not the same. They're different. Okay, like I say, you can have productive procrastination, you can have unproductive procrastination. Okay, unproductive procrastination, it can be more on the lazy side, of course. But like I said, there's a lot of people out here getting to the bag who still procrastinate certain things, and they see things in their mind as more important than others, and then they tend to forget those things. But let's talk about laziness for a second while I'm going on a rant here. Laziness, man, we gotta stop being so lazy. A lot of people out here are just lazy, and they wonder why they're in certain situations that they're in today. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people have the mindset of what if, like years down the road. You know, it's one thing to try stuff and try stuff and try stuff and try stuff and things don't work. It's an entirely different thing for you to just be sitting around not doing anything. Okay. And so learning things and doing different things don't have to be boring. And I say that because a lot of people attribute like getting out here and working and getting out here and getting on their grind, like, oh man, I don't want to do that. It's no fun in that. You got to start finding things you enjoy to do. You know what I'm saying? Like exercise for one. A lot of people don't exercise because man, I don't like the exercise sport. I just don't like it. You know, and it's hard for people to get their body right when they just simply don't enjoy exercise. You know what I'm saying? And they're simply being lazy with the nutrition, simply being lazy with all these different things. But you can make these things fun. You can make these things better. There's a lot of different ways around it. And then another thing, like getting to the bag, getting to the money, finding what you need to do in order to make more money. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of different businesses with the way that online technology is working now. There's no excuse for anybody to not have multiple streams of income, multiple ways to make money, and multiple different avenues in order to get to where you want to be in life. There's no excuse anymore. You know, some people's path may be slower or faster than another person. So you have to stop watching other people's money and start getting to your own money. That's another thing. And a lot of people get discouraged and then it causes them to be lazy as well. But we're going to talk about the other disease that kind of is more on that lines, but we got to stop being so lazy. Me personally, a couple years ago, I used to sleep in all the time. You know, I used to get up, but I wasn't being active. While I was up, I was just kind of moving around, not really doing anything, and just wasting time watching a lot of movies, doing different things like that. When, if let's just say you're somebody who watches a lot of movies, who do these kind of things like that, you know what you can do? You can do a YouTube channel and do movie reviews. You're somebody who like to watch Netflix all the time. You know what I'm saying? Turn your hobbies into ways for you to make money. That's a great topic. That's a great topic for a video, but we're not gonna get into it today. Let's talk about the last one. I don't want to make this video, like I said, extremely long. Let's talk about the last disease that we have, man, that I feel like overwhelms us and we have to try to get out of. And I say this last one because this last one's gonna be controversial right here. Okay, and this one can truly require professional help. Like the other two can require professional help, but this one can truly require professional help if you cannot battle out of it yourself. And this is real. A lot of people don't believe this is real. This is real, but how long you decide to stay in this place is solely up to you. You have to get the mental capacity or to fight out of it or go get help out of it, because this can lead you down a dangerous path if you don't recognize the signs, and that is depression. Okay, a lot of us have been depressed before, and I'm not talking about someone passing away and you being depressed or you being sad. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you being unsatisfied on where you are, and then you go into a slump, and that causes you to not focus and not get to where you need to be in life. Okay, I'm talking about that kind of depression, you know. And like I said, depression is depression. You know, somebody passes away, that's depression, of course. You're sad about that. You know what I'm saying? Only time heals those wounds. I've been there. I know how that is. But the depression that you have and the depression you feeling when you feel like you should be further along than where you are. I've had that. I'm only 25. You're like, man, you got plenty of time. You know, it's because I feel a sense of dissatisfaction, which leads to my thinking like, oh man, you're not good enough. Oh man, you're not this. Oh man, you're not that. You're trying this and you're trying this, is not working. But at the end of the day, you got to pull yourself up, man. You got to realize that I'm trying. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about that. And if you're passionate long enough, eventually you'll get to where you want to be. Now, I'm not telling you to ever be content, ever to be stagnant. Okay. That's not the point, you know. But what you have to do is pull yourself up and continue to grind it out. Continue to work on it. Continue to do this. Realize what don't work. Don't continue to repeat things that don't work. Realize what don't work. Try something else. All right. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to do these things, man. All three of these things I talked about, laziness, procrastination, and depression, they all tie into one another, and they can all trickle down or trickle up to one another and lead to another. Okay. Being lazy, you know what I'm saying, and procrastinating on things can cause your depression, vice versa, and you can put it in any order that you want to. All right. And so like getting professional help may be something that you need to do. If you somebody who's depressed all the time, you can't seem to get out of something, you need to go seek help before it gets worse. And a lot of people don't realize that they are depressed. And that's why I say that these are things that sneak up on you. These are the things that you don't realize that you have until maybe it's too late, or until maybe you forgot something that's very, very important, you know. And so I'm gonna leave you with this. Man. If you have something to do, if you have something in life that you really want, man, you want to get to it, not tomorrow. You need to be doing it right now. Okay, now it's important. The future is important. So you got to set yourself up now. You got to do what it takes now in order to set yourself up for the future. Okay. A lot of people have that today mindset. And like I said earlier, it's very important to focus on today. But you got to think about your moves that you do today, and think about how these moves today will affect me years down the line. That's how you tie those in together. A lot of people look too far in the future and don't focus on the now. And a lot of people focus too much on now and don't focus on the future. And so you can't have that kind of tunnel vision in that scenario. So like I said, man, those three things I'm gonna leave you with, man. Work on that procrastination, work on, you know what I'm saying, decreasing your laziness, stop being lazy. And then the last thing, depression, man. Got to realize when it's kicking in, and you got to have the mental toughness to get out of that and continue to work and know that you're on the right path, and continue to do the things that make you happy, at the same time letting it drive you more and more towards your purpose. Okay. And so I'm gonna leave you guys with that, man. Thank you for watching, man. My name is David Hughes Jr. I see you in the next video. Look, y'all continue to grind and also continue to shine. My name, David Hughes Jr. I'm out.